Hello. Alrighty, so we're back to rebuilding this thing. I see we have no viewers, but that's okay. So we're back to rebuilding the ATU-100 auto tuner. Don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. So with my bag of parts and this, we're gonna go ahead and get the let's see if I can get this over here. Alright. Tilt this down just a smidge. I actually did misplace something yesterday from the kit, and it was the other one of these. I misplaced it, and I don't know where it is. So I have to find it later. Good thing I plan on doing that much later. Alright, let's solder on more of these guys. That was just weather. Alrighty. Got this here. The heck? Okay. Kabing bong. Someone hit me. Let me just see if I can add some people here. Alrighty, let's add more of these things here. Well, good thing I paid attention because it technically can only go on one way. Holy cow. Little light I have in here. I need to bring that headband back from work. Alrighty. Put a few on here. There's 3. Put more of these on here. pins on this thing are bent like crazy. That one's going to be a pill. Still no viewers, is there? I got one more. Oh crap. Alrighty. Put my glasses back on. Really don't have much light over here. I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, I had to put a flashlight up, that's what you're seeing there, so I could see up here. Alright, let's get soldering. Oh yeah, that thing is definitely warm. Melted the rubber, huh? Alright, so all those are done. Go back to bed, love you. sure I got them all. Alright, got all those. That's all good, that's all good. Alrighty, I think I got it all. Something here. Alrighty, let's see how this turned out. Ooh, that looks a lot better. So, this was the last video. This was this video's. Looks like it did pretty good. Alright, let's shut this down for a few. I know I got a lot more soldering to do, but I need to see what my next step is. If I don't break a handheld in the process. Alright, so. Sorry, I'm running off this laptop. So, let's see what the next step says on this ATU-100 auto tuner kit. So, let's see here. What is it that we can do next? Alright, so we can do the... let's try this binocular core. So we got this little binocular toroidal core. I can't say it correctly. I'm absolutely trash at saying it. So, let's see if we can get that wrapped. And that goes right here. So we gotta get this wrapped and get that mounted right in there. See what else is in here that we might have to do. Well, obviously we have the switch, but that's probably gonna be closer to the end. Just like with the little screen. Let me pop it out of there. So, here's the little screen again. And it came with a little header. But we're going to wait till the end to do those. We're going to wait to do the tune button. That's the button you press to tune. I don't think it lights up. It's only a 2-pole. It's not even a throw switch, it's just a push button. We have wires, we're going to wait. I'm assuming it's a 12-volt connector. I don't know what the amperage is on this. That's some research I'm going to have to do before I hook it up. But still not going to throw that in. I need to get a case for it still. Which leaves us with a bunch of resistors, capacitors, electrolytic capacitors, if you want to be super technical. And I'm going to try putting this on. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to put this on. I lost the other one somewhere. I don't know where it went to. I really don't. But I digress. We're going to try putting this back on. So let's get the soldering iron back up. Get it turned back on over here. And is there a way that I can make it stay in there? Because they all have to be soldered in place. Anyone got any ideas on how to make that stay in there when I flip it over so it doesn't just fall out? Man. I'm really not sure. Unless, I might be able to do it that way. Let me try that. Clip that in the little helping hands here. Alright, I want to point this thing down to the workspace here. I know the lighting is dark. My little flashlight's really not helping out the cause. That's a little better. Harder for me, but better for you. So, cool. Alright, so let me do this. Where is my solder? Alright. I'm going to do the center conductor on this first. Okay, hopefully that's enough. I'll do the farthest one. That'll hold a little bit. It's not going to keep it where I have to have it for soldering, but it will get us pretty darn close. Slight oversight. It gets hot quick. Don't laugh at me too hard. I'm going to try using this. Definitely not the not the most temperature friendly setup. That did not do what I wanted it to do. So I've never done this before. I've never built one of these kits before like this. And I have basic, very, very basic soldering skills. By no means am I an expert soldering iron person. I am butchering this so bad. Actually, I can work with that. Because now I can feed the solder on one and fix the others. And then I run into this problem where the solder doesn't want to flow, it just wants to bunch up. Oh no. But that's definitely not the way I wanted it to go. Could be. Alright. Bend the leads over, Anthony says. Okay. I will give that a try. Maybe that'll help solder it down. Those things are really thick. I don't think me bending the leads is gonna happen. Yeah, those leads are way too thick. I'd be afraid to break something. Let me try this again here. Drag this up here so I can see what I'm doing. Gosh, that looks so bad. I'm sorry, everyone. Please don't be mad. This is embarrassing. Why you no flow solder? I'm not using enough, maybe? I think I'm using way too much. But I can't even get it to go down onto the PCB. Maybe if I do this. Open that up. Ugly solder is okay if it works. I know, it's so bad. And I'm fighting with it because it's trying to just ball up instead of just flow. Don't do that. That one's not that bad. Now I got the middle one I gotta contest with. No, don't do that. We don't want those connected. What's connected? Stop that. God, it's so ugly. Flux, I have no flux. I'm doing everything on a major budget. I'm not even sure what kind of solder I have. This is all stuff I've had laying around. This is all, everything I'm trying to do on this channel is doing things on a budget. I wish I knew how to flux it. I don't like the little spikies that it keeps giving me. Those are obnoxious. Alright. I think we're almost in there. Nothing's touching. Nothing's touching. Except for that one little piece. Go away. Dang it. That's what I get for messing with it. I'm trying to heat the piece. Definitely not. Ooh, that one did good. Okay. I'm going to stop screwing with that one. So, not the prettiest. Way too much solder. Definitely way too much solder. But, this is what it looks like so far. So, the first video, all of these got hand wound, including these little guys there in the middle. And then from here across to these, all got done on the first video. Then I did all of these. Actually, no, I did this one and all of these today. And then just did the SMA connector. Now, I gotta see what the next one is to do. Let's see here. Very great, not Chinese, but not sure what goes next where. Because nothing's labeled very well. Let's see here. Oh, let me turn this off. I feel the heat rolling off of it. So it wants 10 turns of the yellow. Okay, and it wants okay, 10 turns on both sides. All right, let's move this. We'll build the binocular looking thing. So better than MFJ. Thank you, Anthony. That means a lot, brother. It really does. Okay, yeah. You say the funny thing is you say it's better than MFJ. Hold that thought. Half tempted to crack into this old thing and see what the solder looks like on that. Oh, and yes, it works. Takes 10 AA batteries for that thing to work. Alright, let's get these 10 wraps done here. This says 10 wraps on each side of the core, and it looks like, okay, 10 wraps on each side of the core. Cool. Okay, let's do this here. Pull this back, pull some extra out there. It does not look like it has to be super fancy. So for 2 tenths, yeah. One. Which way is this going? Okay, one. Don't cross. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alright, I think we're going to leave that one. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another wrap out of that. Yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, that's 5. Go to this other side. Uh-oh. 6. 7. I know this part of it's boring. 8. Yay, 2 more. This hurts my hands. It's like this. pinching small stuff really hurts my hands. 9. That should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. 10 wraps. So we'll spread that out. We'll give it a snippy do. Trim this so I make it somewhat equal. Alright. There's the first. Kinda need to alright. There it is. Now we gotta do the other side. So bend those that way. One. So I'm going to speed this process up here. 2. 8. Come on, don't cross. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. So, Anthony, if you're still watching, what was the last thing that you built or put together? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more reps. Power supplies and battery boxes. I've never built a power supply. I just started I got I think it's a 25 watt solar panel and I think it's a 20 amp, maybe a 25 amp solar charge controller for free. Brand new, still in the box, of course. That I just put in my car. And I put my whole battery box in there just to see how it would turn out. Easy stuff compared to what I'm doing. Yeah, I just decided to go off the deep end and just go for something mad hard. But I figured, instead of dreaming about it, just do it. One way to learn, and that's just getting out there and rubbing some nickels together and hoping for the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. Okay, cool. Let's cut this other piece off. Hiya! Okay, cool. So now, from the projects, we have a piece of this extra, a couple pieces of the thicker extra, and then I still have this. This is a different set of things I have to wind. Let's see here. And I gotta find that other SMA connector that I lost. Like, I've got no idea where it is. Let me look real quick. I don't see it anywhere. Oh wait, I did find it. Sweet. Okay, I actually did find it, so I can put this one on now, and burn my fingers again. Okay. So now, this part's gonna be very not hard, but just interesting. Oh, I have another viewer in there. Well, whoever just joined, welcome. Thank you for joining. We're gonna hook this up here. Kick that on. Let's see if this says anything about that. Okay. Let me pull the ends off. Or try to pull the ends off. Alright, trying to pull the ends off. That's going to be a fun one to try to do. I got to try to get the little ends of these wires off without breaking the wires. Let me try this. Is the wire just enamel coated? It is. So I could melt the enamel coating clean off of there. That makes me happy to know that. Right. Alright, let's get this in the clampy bit here. Alright. Now then, if it smells like chicken, you're holding it too closely. Use pliers. Right? Smells like chicken, you're holding it too closely. You said that, Anthony, and now I want chicken. I'll grab my flashlight real quick. Alright, cool. Alright. Solder time. I'm not gonna lie, I do like soldering. that's all soldered in. All right. Now, I'm going to try something else for these, where to go? For this SMA. Try something else. Is I got to mount it inside of there. So, see if I can make it work. Don't know till we try. Alright, so if I'm smelling chicken, I'm holding it too closely. That's freaking hilarious, dude. Yep, add some more on. Okay, so now that's there. Theoretically, oh crap, don't do that. Still in there? Okay, cool. I should be able to heat up the solder. Okay, that somehow worked to hold it in place. I'll take that as a victory. Let's get the other one soldered, or the other bits soldered in. So we know we got Anthony in here. Who else do we got in here that's watching, hanging out? Show yourselves. Who are we? Who do we got? Who do we got in there? Come on. Curious who else we got in here hanging out. No, come on. Oh, no. I gotta fix it. What temperature should I be running this thing at? Not 100% sure, but... Don't know where that went. Okay, it's okay. Where did that go? Who's our second viewer? I want to know who we got. If you don't want to put your name, if you're an operator, just put your call sign. for anyone that doesn't know, my call sign is KQ4SBP. I am active on FM, Echolink, All-Star, and every once in a while you can catch me on digital. Not that much. Also, play around with some HF. Okay. Center conductor is not too good. Ooh, I think that one's like the best one out of them all. One of these days I'm going to try a fancy hot air soldering setup. Yeah, that would be cool. That middle one did perfect. Why can't they all do that? Fancy hot air soldering setup. Yeah, those hot air soldering rigs are really cool. Really expensive though, but really cool. All right. So let's take the PCB off of here. Oh man, we're starting to look good. Don't know why it came with SMA, but that's okay. Show you all the solders. Don't look at those. We're not gonna look at those. Those definitely are not my best. That middle conductor on this one over here flowed so nicely. Don't know why or how, but it did pretty dang good. This over here I don't like. It looks like there's something. Definitely did not miss my calling. I have shaky hands tonight. Oh man. Alrighty, now turn this guy back off. Turn it all the way for now. So we have one more thing we have to do the wrappy wrap on. And there's 3 turns. And it's this. As long as it's shiny, no cold solders. Roger that. That's one thing I did learn from my basic soldering thing that I ended up doing. It's got to be shiny, it can't be dark. Because then that means, well, that soldering iron is actually got an adjustable temp setting on there. Right now, well, when it's on, I've got it set for 800 degrees. I don't know if that's too high. I don't know if that's too low. I'm just rocking out. I know I'm 100% putting too much out for this, but we're gonna rock it anyways. All right, so 3 turns. So I use this screwdriver to do the other 2 cores, which are these 2 right right there. Those 2 in there. So I'm going to use this one as well, but that little wrap goes right there. And it's only a baby 3 turns. So 1, 2, and 3. Shove them all down. Push them together. Pull them tight. Let me look at this paper, make sure I'm not missing any other things that need to be wrapped or anything like that. Okay, nothing there. Okay, so yeah. Okay. So just 3 turns of this. I know it's a lot more than what I need, but rather have extra than not enough. Okay. Now I am quite confident that this part will be much easier to solder than... Now, this is one thing I've never known about, and I still think it's interesting. Is it solder or solder? Because it's spelled S-O-L-D-E-R, but is it solder or solder? That one has always eluded me. Alright, let me turn the laptop a little. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing this off of a laptop camera. Maybe in the near future I'll buy an actual camera for this. Oh, it's right here, stupid. Dee-dee-dee. That would be a little easier to manipulate. Oh guys, that one was real hard. Okay. So there's the little one. So I did this today, did both of these today, did this, and then those of you that are watching probably did not see me do this one and all of these. This side looks real bad. It was the first set. You can kind of see they're a little crooked, a little off, but they're all soldered. And then well, technically I could put this one in here because it's already got like a little picture for it. Let me make sure that's where that goes before I do it. Heck, we'll keep going. So on that side of the board, it is 2-pin wire, dummy guy. Okay. So this guy here, I called it a dummy guy. This little, I think it's an eye gate. I don't remember. Put it back in camera a little longer. It's a 3-pin. Sorry. I think it's an eye gate. I'm not 100% sure. I'm more than likely wrong. I'm not an electrical engineer by any means. I just pick things up and put them down. That's all I do. solder that one in place. Now I'm going to kind of do them one at a time, that way I can take my time. And technically this should be done tonight if we keep at this pace. No solder. Oh, there is solder touching. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This can't not be having it now. No, no. Okay, that's not touching no more. Good. Now let's take care of these. Alright, that one's in there. Yay! A little retarded. Now then. Okay, so I have a resistor. Now, this one goes right next to it and looks like it goes band up. Okay. So. No, it goes in front of it by the wire. Which wire? Looking at it this way, it goes right there. Okay, I see where it goes. I see how it goes. So, it goes in this one. Oop. So, oh, we lost somebody. Oh no. Well, whoever's still watching, thank you for still watching. That means a lot. It really does. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Now, let's do what we love to do. Let's solder it in. Resistance is futile. Yeah, right? See, I was thinking, oh, I'm just going to finish these few things, make a quick, easy video, go live, be easy with it, and then it sucks me in and it gets relaxing because I like watching the smoke and watch the solder flow. Alright, cool. Cool stuff. That one's in there. Alright, Anthony, let's see if you can remember this saying. Because I think you're going to know the reference. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Do you recall who says that? $47 picofarad, 47 picofarad, 47, 47. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that's good to know. Now then, if I remember, it says the stripe should be going. Now, Mythbusters. Exactly, yes. Alright, so Now this is the problem. This is one thing that is not very clear. Let's see if it says it in here before I ask. I will not be out-nerded. Alright, nerd. So, I'm going to show you the board. I need help. Because this one I don't know. There are the spots right there. One side of each of these circles is kind of like shaded there. This is the resistor. Okay. Real hams don't need directions. Then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I've never built this before. I want to say the side with the arrow, I'm assuming, goes to the side with the color there. I'm assuming it goes that way. Something like that. That's a capacitor, yes. I don't know which way they go. I don't know if it really matters or if you just throw them in there and send it. By my theory here, I sure as hell hope I'm doing this right. Guess there's one way to find out. If you put an electrolyte in black, it will blow. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna find out here shortly then. Well, in the next couple days or so. 47 picofarad though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Way to learn. You learn by failure. One must fail to learn in some cases. I guess, in my case, if I'm going to be crazy enough to do this, I should be crazy enough to be okay with failure. Ask me how I know. Oh, God. That's a text message conversation for later, isn't it? How does Anthony know that putting a electrolytic capacitor in backwards goes boom? Alright, got one more to put in there. Alright, so the negative side goes on the shaded. Hey, I got it right. Because the side of the capacitor that says that's gray has a negative mark on it. So I must have got it right. Sweet. Either way, I was about to find out. Alright, so there they are. I know it looks kind of crazy, kind of wild. Oop. Now let's solder it up and then nip them off. That sounds so wrong when I said that. You have a 50-50 shot. Yeah, exactly. Well, I know. And it's 100% a 50-50 shot because they're all the same direction. You go, solder boy. But I don't wanna, Paul. Well, that's too damn bad. Okay. Oh my god, I got a glob. That one's going to turn just a smidge. Oh no. Okay, that's a little better. Definitely tell when I screw something up. Okay, whew. That was close. I was right up against that, whatever the heck that thing was. Okay. Okay. The last one. You don't want to pop a cap. Yeah, I don't. Especially if this works somehow, I'll be freaking happy. Either way, I'm happy. It's a fun experience. I'm adding to a skill set that I have. I'm expanding. And this is what the heart of amateur radio really is. It's just building things and making it happen. I might not know what I'm doing, but man, I'm gonna sure look like I know. I'm gonna sure try. Somebody on Facebook, it sounded like. Alrighty. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Be right back. I'm back. Back again. Alright, so just making sure my sound is on here. Cool. A license is just a license to learn. My Omer, W2DO said that. Let me, now that you said that, is your Omer an SK? I don't know. I hope not. Let's see if he's got a logbook here. Sorry, I'm just snooping his logs. Okay, so he's not an SK. I assume. He got Poland on 6/30 of this year. Poland's pretty cool. And to be fair, totally fair, you do not need a license to do some things in amateur radio. Like, listen, you can even go as far as doing the ISS slow scan TV images without a license, because you're not transmitting, you're just listening. Alrighty. So, that's almost everything. The last little bit, I think it's just this 4-pin header and a 2-pin header. And then it's done. Alright, so there's the caps. The 6 electrolytic capacitors, resistor, I think it's an I-gate, toroids, the cores that are wrapped, the SMA connectors, the other wrap sitting right there. All that's left. Let's see here now. Ah, okay. I can make that work. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's finish this. Let's finish it. So I'm going to try to 10 this right here to right there. Okay. Cool. Then see something here. Make sure. Okay. And the screen's gonna have some soldered. Okay. And then there should be a wire header that got shipped. But I don't see a header for that. Alright, that's okay. Okay. So that's done. All the way up to the point of the wires. Which actually, let me check on something. I might have a wire thing. Alright, so those are all 3-pin. I'm going to put this in here now. Wire this up real okay. Alrighty. Take the screen off of there. Move this hot feller out of the way. Alright. So, the last little bit. Let's see here, what is this? There's a toggle switch. So there's alright, so sure hope it's right. 12-volt. So ground to ground. VCC, which is red. Ground to ground, VCC to VCC. SCL, which is yellow. Goes to CLK. And that is the SDA. There's that. Now, I'm assuming I'm looking at this diagram here. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the last little bit, this, and this all off screen so I can go through the schematic. But I did want to say thank you to everyone that did watch. I know we don't have anybody on right now, but I do want to say thank you to everyone that did watch. Whoever the one viewer was that wouldn't show themselves, thank you for watching. Anthony, thank you for sticking around for as long as you did and giving me the advice that helped out quite a lot. And I greatly appreciate it. To anybody that might come back and watch this later, drop a comment. And everyone that did watch, like I said, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. But for now, you guys, I appreciate it. I'm looking up here at my screen, honestly. Thank you so much. This has been one heck of an experience. Still not done, but I am going to do another live stream of finishing up this, maybe just soldering in the last two connections, and we'll go from there. And then we'll do another one where we test it and see if it works. Maybe I didn't blow anything up. Well, thank you, everyone.